the guy did the influencer boxing thing, right? He already did the YouTuber thing.
Yeah, and this is one thing that I really respect about JJ or KSI. He always tries to innovate, always try to expand his skills. And I'm also someone that can relate to that, because you know, when you're obsessed with winning, when you're obsessed with being the best, you don't just want to be the best at one thing. You want to prove yourself more than anyone else. You want to prove yourself that you can do whatever you choose to do. You can do it and be the best at it. What is up, my people? It's your boy XS, and today we are reacting to KSI and Andrew Tate beef only gets worse. Man, I haven't seen anything to do with KSI or Andrew Tate in a long time, but anyway, let's get straight into it.
What's poppin', y'all? With the rise of influencer boxing, which I would have to say it kicked off with Jake Paul and that English guy whose name Joe Weller. Yeah, I actually just remembered his name. And then really took it to the next level with Logan Paul and KSI series. Misfits Boxing emerged as this organization in the UK that was putting on a lot of fights. And since then, their only competitor, or aspiring competitor, has become Aiden Ross's Brand Risk Boxing. Aiden Ross, he's tried to develop his own talent coming from his community and then enlisting other people's communities for the last event. But one thing that many people did not see coming was a potential KSI and Andrew Tate fight, who Andrew Tate has called out both Jake Paul, Logan, and KSI, if I'm not mistaken. But this announcement from Misfits, who have taken one of Aiden Ross's boxers in Scam Likely, who was Aiden Ross's best boxer, have made a crazy announcement. And I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now. We'll see how much of it we can play. They should allow us to play this trailer, and then we're gonna get into it because this is a really insane development. So here, Mams Taylor, who's also the manager for KSI, announces that the CEO for Misfits is going to be Andrew Tate. Now, Andrew Tate has a huge, long history kickboxing. I think he was in ISKA, which is like sport karate, and then he like went into kickboxing later. Now, this is traditional boxing, regular boxing with just hands in Misfits, but he was leaked to fight this guy Chase Demore, who I wasn't really too familiar with before this announcement, but he's popular in the UK and Europe, it seems. So he's set to fight this guy Chase Demore. It was leaked a while ago, but the CEO thing was not leaked, and I didn't think the CEO thing was real. I thought it was just some bait, but he explained why he got into this and why he took that role from KSI, and I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
Who's Misfits Boxing?
Well, KSI tweeted something that annoyed me about 3 years ago. So, long story short, I took his company from him. And considering that I'm the largest name on the planet, if I'm going to fight on an organization, why not fight on an organization I own a percentage of? It makes a lot of business sense. I also intend on doing my very best to make sure Misfits continues to disrupt the entire boxing space. I think there's a lot of fantastic names on Misfits. There's a lot of people who are already doing fantastically well, and they can do even better. I think we can become even bigger as an org. My intention is to make the org a lot bigger than it is and make sure everybody gets paid even more money. So why not? I mean, I'm approaching this as a businessman. I'm approaching this as a fighter. I see the potential in the future of this. I think that, you know, celebrities fighting or influencers fighting just seems to keep growing. So Misfits have already got a fantastic platform. They're already in a great place, and I think with my help, we can take it to the next level.
Do you still have beef with KSI, or is that settled now?
There's no genuine beef. There's no genuine beef. You know, I've never met the guy. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, and I hope most people have the brain cells to understand that this is not actually real beef. Like, you guys know that, right? This is just entertainment, and they're both parties are making money from it. So it's not actual real beef. I hope people know that.
He annoyed me on Twitter, so I had to get involved in his company. That's just how it goes. That's how professionals act. You know, it's how professionals act. You piss off a banker, before you know it, he owns your street. It's just how it works.
Yeah, best not.
Chase Demore would also reply, who is Andrew Tate's opponent, with the following clip that I'm gonna play you guys right now.
You got the biggest thing yet. You ready?
Is it locked in?
You already know.
Easy work, let's do it.
This happened last night at Misfits 6. It was Chase Demore versus Stevie Knight. Knockdown, and then this happened.
His career 0-4 now runs an impressive 5-fight winning streak and holds
Who is this Chase Demore? If you guys know, let me put down in the comments, because I genuinely have no clue who this is.
When he's down. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. We can't have this. We cannot have this. Hey, Chase Demore, though, man. That is the Demore splits the lip open of his opponent and reclaims his Misfits heavyweight title.
Oh, apparently Andrew Tate is boxing. And apparently he's boxing Chase First of all, if you guys don't know Chase Demore.
Boxing debut against Josh Bruckner, he wasn't exactly ready. That he hadn't really done much sparring before and he wasn't comfortable.
So, the biggest fight of your life, Andrew Tate, December 20th. GOAT versus the Cobra. You ready? Let's go get him.
I'm not gonna lie, if this is meant to be a trailer video, this is the most garbage video I've seen. It's not exciting. I don't even know what I'm watching. Like, I'm just like, okay. Like, this is, I don't know what purpose he posted this video for. If it's for promotion, my nigga, you would have done a better promotion without posting this video. This video was so garbage, like so dead. There's no like background music to like make it more exciting, like suspense music or something, like something, bro. Like nothing is shouting interesting, like nothing is making me see, like, look at this and say, oh, you know what, let me watch because I want to see how this fight goes. Now, we all know Andrew Tate, he is entertaining, bro. Like, say whatever you want about him. He's entertaining. He knows how to speak. He knows how to be entertaining when he's on camera. I'm just kind of looking at this guy and I'm just kind of like still trying to figure out what he does. I don't know, and I'm genuinely curious. Like, who is this guy?
And then he says, first, nobody orders me to do anything. Secondly, mandatory or not, you're absolutely right. Everyone does have a plan until they get punched in the face. The thing is, my plan is to get punched in the face. Then I'm going to beat the F out of you. What happens when you send a Cobra to a GOAT? This Chase Demore guy's apparently like a giant, too. I think he's quite big. I don't know if he's like 6'4", 6'5". I know Andrew's like maybe 6'2", 6'3", because his younger brother Tristan significantly larger than him. And then KSI replies to this whole situation. Now, the KSI thing is tough because he pretty much founded this organization or helped found it and take it to the next level, but they relied on him too much. And a lot of people, even the fans of KSI, were like, yo, Misfits is just whether KSI is boxing or not. And KSI quote tweets this with LOL, and he says, this year people are trying to test me for real. What the actual F is going on? This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Let's make Andrew Tate the CEO of Misfits? Are you effing serious? Legit CBA. I think that's can't be out. So let me know, my UK mans. And I know we got a couple of you guys here. He says, F Mams. Mams Taylor is the guy that made the announcement in the beginning of the clip of the Misfits trailer.
Hold on. So JJ is not messing with Mams anymore. That's
bro
crazy.
Has been focused on Misfits rather than managing me, LOL. And you decide to do this ish. Now, I personally think this is all promo. I think Tate even says combat executive officer instead of CEO. I think this is promo in a lead up to a KSI Andrew Tate fight. I think it makes sense to drum up the hype. You see
how that one tweet had me more excited than the whole video I just watched of Chase Demore? I forgot his name. Chamor? I don't know. You see how delete that video, bro. Like, please delete that video. That video was so dead. So dead.
And get a lot of people's attention on Misfits with this Chase Demore guy, because the star power and name that Tate has is not what Chase Demore, it's not even a fraction of, or Chase Demore is not even a fraction of the name and pull that Tate has. And even Aiden Ross reacted to this event and gave them credit, being that they're competitors to him. And I'm going to play you guys that clip of Aiden Ross reacting to it right now.
I don't think KSI got fired. But I do want to say, guys, W Misfits, what the f? That's a comeback. And anyone that is genuinely not that's a comeback is hating. Bro, the fact that Andrew Tate is boxing is insane. I don't care what anybody says, and that's just a W for them, bro. W Misfits, bro. That's awesome. I don't care, bro. That is insane. When I saw that, like, oh my God, who's not going to want to watch Andrew Tate box? Like, what the So you got to just give flowers and, you know, give appreciation where it's due, bro. That's awesome. I'm honestly like blown away. Honestly, I don't know how that deal was looked like or any of that, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. They did it. W Misfits. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I think this is something that people have to put respect on. Like, despite whether or not people like Andrew Tate or not, somebody that's up the amount of money that he is, this is only a risk. To take that on means that this person is consistently challenging themselves and not resting on their laurels, which they could do. And hopefully Aiden Ross takes a page out of this guy's book. If this guy's like, what, 15 years older or 13, 14 years older than Aiden, and he's got, I don't know if he's got more money than Aiden. Regardless, they've all got more money than they know what to do with. And he's still not only putting himself in the ring, but taking on new business ventures and constantly active and still fit, which is something that Aiden Ross needs to get a handle of. Then Aiden Ross does not have any excuse, and also had to deal with legal issues as well, that arrests, moving different countries and all that. Aiden Ross needs to get back in his bag, and we will address KSI if this is at all real. KSI's got, problem is I can relate to KSI. That's the thing, not in terms of his personality, but the urge to do so many different things, and not just the urge to do it, but putting down one thing to pick up another, and then coming back to the main thing after a while, and then trying something else. Because KSI's done a lot, man. KSI's done boxing. KSI has done, and he beat Logan Paul, which I don't really think he won the first fight. The second fight, yeah. He's also gotten progressively worse at boxing, surprisingly enough, as the years went by. But the guy did the influencer boxing thing, right? He already did the YouTuber thing.
Yeah, and this is one thing that I really respect about JJ or KSI. He always tries to innovate, always try to expand his skills. And I'm also someone that can relate to that, because, you know, when you're obsessed with winning, when you're obsessed with being the best, you don't just want to be the best at one thing. You want to prove yourself more than anyone else. You want to prove yourself that you can do whatever you choose to do. You can do it and be the best at it. So I really like KSI just because of that, because it's something that I relate to.
He did the Sidemen thing, which is gigantic in the UK and Europe, even though people do not really care about them in the US. Now, I want to know, are they popping in Australia? Like, is Sidemen and KSI pop? Like, KSI is popular as...
Yes. Australia, yes. I don't think Sidemen in general is more popular than KSI in Australia and in London, England. But yeah, they are popular. They are.
As a figure in the US, but I mean, if we're talking like AMP, if we're talking FaZe, if we're talking, there are so many other people that have stronger pull here. The music thing, right? KSI was doing the music thing as well, which he did at a high level, quote. Also, the Sidemen charity match and him back focusing on YouTube too. There's just too many. I think he's in a relationship. Too many things that he's doing at once. It causes people that are just relying on Misfits or operating Misfits to think we've got to figure out a solution for this to run without relying on KSI, or the company is just going to die. It's not going to survive in the way that it relies on one person. Just like, for example, like Brand Risk, right now, it is completely reliant on Aiden Ross, and hopefully Aiden Ross gets motivated to make some ish shake, because he's got pull that Andrew Tate does not, in the terms of everyone wants to like Aiden Ross. They just are, I guess, hesitant based on what Aiden Ross says and what his friends say and how much of a brand risk it could be to them. Pun intended, with that being his promotional name, or the name of his promotion. So with KSI, I think, listen, man, like, there's too much to manage with you. You got music, you've got, even though he had one of the biggest meme songs, can we say that the KSI song with Trippie Redd do we got that beating out Soul Train? I think that might have to beat out Soul Train, right? Like, KSI's music is terrible, garbage. He's had commercial success in most things, I think, because he's such a great entertainer and he is likable. But my God, his music is buns.
Yeah, nah. His music is the worst of the worst. Horrible. I mean, disgusting. I mean, if you're in a hospital in a very, like, critical condition, if you just want to, you know what I'm saying, make it easier for you, just put on a KSI song, bro. Like, yeah, garbage. But I still applaud him though. Like, don't get it wrong though. Don't let this, what I'm saying, like, change what I said before. Like, I still really respect him and like him for the fact that he always tries to innovate himself. It's like reconstructing yourself, which takes a lot of like self-belief, but also like strength to do it, because you know it's not easy to go from being amazing at one thing and then start as a rookie in a different thing that you have to learn like steps by steps, like a baby. So yeah, but yeah, his music is trash.
Sheesh. I mean, the only person that makes worse music than KSI is for sure Rice Gum. Rice Gum was one of the worst rappers of all time. I feel like anybody that's like, nah, bro, Rice Gum was hard. You had to be between the ages of 9 and 13. There's no way you could remember Rice Gum as being anything but garbaggio at rapping. No, if you had a definition of a rapper that had zero just flow, melody, swag, aura, whatever, it would be Rice Gum on the beat. Like, that guy had bars written for him that were good bars, and just listening to him is like, what the hell is this? Turn this garbage off. So I am actually looking forward to this. I think this is we've gotten to the point in quote unquote influencer boxing where there's levels to it. I think people were tired of, just completely inexperienced people like we're seeing with Aiden Ross's brand risk. In the beginning, it was like, okay, do you guys have some real beef? If you guys got real beef, that's entertaining because you're seeing it pan out. But completely unskilled and untrained people, that's out the way. So it's kind of like we've gotten to a point where there needs to be a level of hybrid for it to be sustainable in terms of, okay, this person is a boxer, but he's going to do a kickboxing match with somebody else. So he's in a handicap a little bit. Or this, like Jake Paul is really trained by now, and he's just fighting people smaller than him. So there's always got to be an element of, can this person win? Or really, can this person lose who they're fighting? But here you've got people that are actually training, but it's almost like they're just turning into inferior boxers. Like, for example, who's a guy that, like Slim, right? The guy, Slimification, he's a boxer now, but it's almost like he's just a full-time boxer. So they're pro boxers, and they stop doing what got them popular in the first place, which is the YouTube stuff and all of that. And they just are not as good as professional boxers. So it's like you're not streaming, doing content anymore, and you're boxing full-time, but you're not good as a full-time boxer, but you are really good in the influencer world. So how does that add up? I think that's a funny conclusion that we've come to at this point. But yeah, I think I'm just rambling about the influencer boxing thing in general right now. But I do think this is great. I think as a promoter, as the face of a company, like an Andrew Tate could be like a Vince McMahon of the WWE. Like, just
he really could. I mean, he has the charisma. He has the fame. He really has, yeah, I can see it. And for whoever doesn't know who Vince McMahon is, I mean, I'm not gonna act like I knew, like I know everything about him, but he was a very important figure of WWE. So yeah, like I can definitely see Andrew Tate being like, yeah, for sure.
Great entertainment level in the fight game as well. So I am looking forward to how he runs it, if it's even real. I don't think for them to just outright, I think, because he never said he's a chief executive officer. He said combat executive officer. So I am willing to bet that there is potential that they just have him as the face. But this is the thing too. I think they had to offer him at least ownership, part ownership of the organization. Otherwise it wouldn't make sense. They don't have the money to pay him for it to be worth it to just hop in the ring with a Chase Demore of all people. And even when, like, for example, when Tate got banned off of YouTube and all of that, he got ownership of Rumble when he first moved to Rumble, when he was at his peak. So if he hopped on Rumble and got ownership there's no way that he's hopping on Misfits and doesn't at least have ownership, even though he may not be the actual CEO. We will have to see. But let me know.
Now, one thing about Tate, he makes great business moves. But yeah, if this is true, then Misfits is only going to benefit from it, because even though Andrew Tate is still cancelled and he's blocked on pretty much the most important, I'd say, social media, which is YouTube when it comes to relevance, he's still one of the most popular figures online. And that just goes to show how much pull he has in our generation, I'd say. But yeah, this is only a good look for Misfits. And honestly, it's only benefiting, what's the guy's name? Shamik? That guy, whatever. It's only benefiting him because, like I said, I really don't know about him. Maybe you guys know. Let me know in the comments down below. But that's gonna be it from me. Shout out to helloyassine again for the video. Make sure you guys check it out if you want to. Make sure to leave a like on this video, and also make sure to subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you that's supporting me. But yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Check out this video. I'm out. Peace.